I think it's now time we talk about Lumix Panasonic cameras. And I've been using the Canon cameras, I think, since I started my journey of photography and filmmaking. And I've actually used the Lumix S1. I also had the chance to use the GH4 on a field with one of the biggest directors in Ghana, Director Steve. And currently, I do own the GH5 Mark II. I've actually done my hands on multiple Lumix cameras. I mean, the S1 being a full frame camera, and now on a micro four third cameras. Why do people always send me messages anytime I'm filming? Can I please put this on silent real quick, please? Okay, so yeah, we're done. A bit of me is actually leaving Canon. All right, this is not to say that Canon cameras are bad, even though some are, but then I'm actually loving the switch. I'm actually loving the fact that I started using Lumix, and I haven't actually regret since. Okay, and for people who still want to know the cameras that I've used from Canon, I've used a bunch. I've used a lot. So 500D, 550D, 7D, 6D, EOS R, RP, 90D. Guys, I think if we have to keep up with the names, we will probably finish tomorrow. But then all I want to say is I've been using Canon gears. I've been using Canon cameras. And I think to date, I still have a lot of lenses from Canon that I pretty much love. So I've been a Canon user for a while now. I think I might have probably started when Peter McKinnon actually started using Canon not so long. He's a newbie, trust me. He's a very newbie. So yeah, using this, I think I've actually come to understand and enjoy filmmaking more. Yeah. I do mainly videos. Okay. I think I'm on the video side mostly, and sometimes photography. Normally, photography is when I'm being paid or being booked for an event. It's being a birthday, wedding. That is where my photography core comes in. So with videos, I shoot YouTube videos like this. I shoot music videos, weddings. So I think I'm more geared towards videography, and I think I'll rate myself. I mean, I'll share the percentage around video being 85%, and then the rest for photography. So yeah, I've been around. I had to switch because I had opportunity to, and my first switch was, like I said, the Lumix S1. And trust me, since I did not have any issues with that. The only problem that I actually faced when I switched to the S1 was the fact that that camera is heavy. I mean, I keep saying this, S1 is heavy. Yeah, it is. And we're talking about the S1, not even the S1H. So the S1 is heavy, and that is, I think, one of the problems that I faced, even though it wasn't a huge issue. And another major problem was the fact that the autofocus wasn't great at all. But maybe that was the fact that I was actually using an adapter. Maybe with the native lenses I would have loved it a little bit, but I was unable to use autofocus at all. So majority of the time I was just manual focusing, and yeah. So now I'm on the GH5 Mark II. I think here I've been able to actually focus a bit, and I can't complain because I think it's actually better than the S1, simply because I'm using a native lens of the Micro Four Third, so it should perform better than adapting. That doesn't mean that I do not adapt. I still adapt. I mean, I do have my speed booster here that I normally pair with other EF lenses. So Micro Four Third, Lumix cameras, S1, S5, GH5, I pretty much love them. Okay, and to get straight to the point, I think some of the things that I love from Micro Four Third that Canon do not give you that is a whole bunch of them, but I'll try to limit it just not to cause Canon users to come swallow me here. Yeah, I'll take it slow. So the first thing will have to be the fact that Panasonic always give you dual SD card. Okay, whoever sat down and started thinking of creating these cameras from the start really did a good job. Okay, the person did not consider, okay, they are paying $200, let me pull back one slot and give them a single slot. Okay, can we at least remove the zebras and give them only vector scope? You know, it's kind of funny, but it's real. Yeah. So with Lumix, they give you everything for a lesser price, but with Canon, I feel like they reserve those filmmaking or higher end features for their most expensive cameras. And I feel like since Panasonic is giving me that in a lesser price, I mean, why not? Because you do get dual SD card on almost all the Panasonic cameras, if I'm not mistaken. I think GH4 got 2 slot, GH5, 5S, S1. I mean, just name them. But then with Canon, almost all the cameras that I used never gave me that. Even the Nikon D7000 gave me a dual slot. I don't know why that is. It is funny though, but then I guess there's a reason why Canon always do that. And being someone that I do both client work and personal work, I mean, it's always best I do have dual slot just in case. Yeah, just in case. So with this particular camera, you do have zebras, vector scope, exposure, the thingy. Like there's a whole bunch of like a whole lot of things are packed on this particular camera. I mean, it's those minor things, but then they are kind of big. To me, they are big. I'm not sure about you. Maybe you don't care about all this, but then I do. All right, I actually do. This is not to say that Lumix is the best. Yeah, this is not to say Panasonic is the king and all that. I mean, they do have their downside. They've been having bad autofocus since until recently, so it's a trade-off here and there. But then to me, I think I will actually sacrifice autofocus in an exchange for better features and better. I mean, it's manual focus is so great, yeah. And you know the funny thing is with Panasonic, it's not just about manual focus, and they give you a whole lot of things in the camera that will allow you to focus correctly. So when you are focusing manually on this camera, they give you this box, and like there's a whole bunch of things that this particular camera gives you. I mean, you're not going to regret the fact that this camera is good, yeah. And I feel like even till now, later some years to come and all that, it will still be good, because the things loaded on this camera are things that Canon is starting to release on their recent cameras. And no hard feelings, but then this is just personal experience. These are things that I've noticed from my years of using Canon and now using the Panasonic. And I'm still a Canon fanboy. I still love Canon. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to use you guys, man. And Canon, if you have any camera, bring it on. I'm going to review it perfectly. Just that these are things that I've actually noticed over the years of using the camera. So I kind of like both cameras right now. And this is not to say that I've completely left Canon. I'm still going to be using them. I'll still be buying them. But then I think my main go-to will be the Lumix from now. Maybe next year I might even start using Sony's Blackmagic, or anything can happen. But for now, Panasonic all the way. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. If you are watching this and you have any to add, drop it in the comment section. There are quite a few of them, but I don't want to, put a lot on you guys who actually think I'm being paid, but that's not the case. Yeah, and that's true. No one has ever paid me on this channel. When are we going to get brand deals though? Maybe I need to be a little more patient. So yeah, that is it for today. If you are new on the channel, hit on the subscribe button, like this video as well. You know why I'm actually standing here? The camera stopped recording, and yeah, it actually happens, especially on the 7D. I'm actually used to it now, so I had to hit the record button and change position. So yeah. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you all. Once again, subscribe, because I notice majority of you come here, watch and go. Please come on, do me a favor. I'll give you a free chicken, I promise. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Like this video, whether you're a Sony user, Panasonic user, Canon user, like the video, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.